Hello everyone, in this video I'll be covering the best console mods in Baldur's Gate 3's Patch 7 mod manager. Consoles now have almost 90 mods, and we even have the ability to wear this outfit here, which I have on my character. So there's a lot of great things coming, and I'll be reviewing the best 15 mods that I have found in the in-game mod manager. So there's a ton of them here. We have 89 different mods, and I filtered through the best of the best, so I'll be showing off some of the coolest mods in this game. I guess first starting off with this outfit here. This is Fear Taylor's camp outfit, or camp clothing mod, so made by Fear Taylor themselves. You can see there's a lot of different options here. Some of them are more basic, but we do have really cool options like the ability to wear some different dresses, barbarian looking clothing, and even what I have on my own character, which is the Merkel armor here. So yeah, this is a great mod to start off with because you can get cool armors like that early on in the game, and also like this death mage appearance here. So what's cool about this is you get a little chest, Fear Taylor's camp clothing chest. It'll be in your camp chest at your first long rest. So whenever you go back to camp, you'll have this here. Now some of them look like they're just like, this looks like a crown, but if you go ahead and put this on your character, it's going to be a nice outfit there. So you can see that we got ourselves some pretty good outfits. Now the reason I'm covering my character is they will appear naked sometimes, so I don't want that to happen. We can even get like the Wave Mother's robe early on, and the cool thing is you can set it so that it shows your camp outfits all the time. So if you really want to, you know, wear a nice rich fancy dress here, you can do that. This also works well with the Faerun Colors mod, so a little bit of synergy here. You can go ahead and dye all of these to give them a cool, unique appearance, and I think that this is just incredible for people that want to have, like, you know, cool looking camp outfits early on in the game. You can do all of that here with this mod. You even have the ability to get, like, what's funky is you can get the Dryad armor, which is available if you summon in the Woodland Being Druid spell, so you can also get that too. I think it's just incredible to be able to give ourselves a bit more options as far as what we wear for clothing. So my favorite being the Merkel is Scandalous one here. So yeah, this is originally, you could only get this like in the Basket Full of Armors mod on PC, but now available to everyone. And also if you have the Cheater's Ring, you can summon this in using that. So just want to highlight that one there, and I guess also touch on the Faerun Colors mod, because this mod is just incredible. So you can dye all of these, and there's about 100 different colors here. They all look great. Like, it's hard to find my favorite. I spend hours upon hours just experimenting with this. You got your nice dark blacks here, so you can give yourself pretty much any appearance that your character wants, and it's relatively easy to apply this all to it. So yeah, just want to shout out those two mods there right quick. But next we got one that just recently got added. So we got the Wings Unlocked mod. So this allows you to oh, I closed it down there. Basically give yourself any wings on your character. So you can see Gale already has some of the wings on his body there, but yeah, you'll get these just straight into your inventory, so you can just find them here, and then you equip them as an underwear slot. So some people were having issues with it. They were thinking that this would just appear on them. So there it is. You apply it to your character, and then when you run around, they will flap. So some people do have issues with the wings properly flapping like this, and there may be a patch coming for consoles. So if you're having issues with it, I've had some people say that it does work, some say it doesn't. It does have some issues sometimes, like they don't always flap. I also have a mod that increases my movement speed, so that's a little bit of an issue there. But yeah, it's great to have a bunch of different options. If you want to play as an Aasimar or a Diva, you got the full creative ability to do that, and they come in different colors. There's also the Decayed wings here, so yeah, if you want to play as like a Harpy or a Fallen, you got full option. You also got the Cambion wings there. So I think this mod's incredible. Just gives us a bit more role-playing ability. And yeah, hopefully the Aasimar race will be coming soon to console, but don't have any update on that as of yet. But another mod that I think is really great is the polyamory fix. So you can go with this mod if you want to romance all the characters. I know a lot of people were talking about wanting this mod because this is just one that, you know, some people want to play the game this way, and I'm all for that. Actually, in my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't end up romancing anyone. I didn't know what was going on. I just wanted that worm out of the head, so I went hard at it. And what's cool is if you don't have a romance, Jaheira will make you a harper at the end of the game, so at least I got a happy ending there, doing good for others. But yeah, this mod does have some issues. It will be buggy. Use at your own risk. As per usual with any mod, there are potential issues to come up. I know Larian did test all of these mods. Now, people are saying, whoa, why do these mods have bugs? Larian tested them to not have bugs. Not every mod's perfect. And if Larian's like, oh, there's a bug, sorry, we can't put this on console, I know a lot of people will be angry about that. So, you know, they're doing their best to make sure these mods do pass the approval and don't crash your system. I think that's the most important thing, is making sure that it doesn't ruin your game experience. So The bugs may be minor. They may have some little issues, like you may have someone upset with you or things like that if you're doing multiple romances. But for the most part, this works properly, and it has utility spells to hopefully fix it. So yeah, you enable this mod, start the game, everything's fine with the utility spells have been added, a single container with a pink heart as an icon. You can play the game and date all the companions, hopefully optional below, change companions' behavior regarding Mizora, immediately change the date to our partner status of the companions. So yeah, there's the spells here, so you can date, undate, partner, unpartner, and choose Dirge favorites. So this would be in the Dirge scene. Toggle Mizora acceptance. Companions will not react to you sleeping with Mizora, except Will, because he just wants to complain so bad. Yeah, so yeah, that is something. There's some special cases here. So Mizora or Minthara will be okay with that to the polycule now. So previously it wouldn't work properly. Also works if you don't talk to your other romance partner and go straight to bed. So yeah, if you're wanting to use this mod, I would recommend giving this mod IO page a read, so I don't spend all the video talking about this. But I know a lot of people wanted this one, so yeah, just wanted to touch on that there. Next, I want to touch on the Cheater's Ring. Now, this is an incredible mod because this can allow you to use a bunch of other mods. So you can see here it adds plus 20 to all dice rolls. I don't like using the cheat mod for playing through the game because sometimes failing a dice roll is pretty fun. So this has some toggles that you can apply, so you can make it so that you always succeed on your saving throws, always succeed on your dice rolls, give plus 500 to all damage, you get the ability scores to 20, immune to all damage sources, and the auto wash, which I love, will clean you up after combat. So lots of options there you can toggle. The main thing though is it gives you the cheater spell scroll. So I love this because you can summon in the tutorial chest. I'm just going to put it into turn-based mode while I use this, because if you summon these in, they'll disappear in 5 turns. So you have to use turn-based mode. It does say on it there that you do have to use the turn-based mode if you want to do that. So if you summon in the tutorial chest, I have a lot of items in the tutorial chest. So if we go down to it, there's 830. So it may take a moment to load it in. We can see there all the mods that require you to have this will, you know, spawn in with this. So that's incredible. You can also grab yourself another Cheater's Ring, give it to another character, summon in another tutorial chest, and continue doing that. So if you want all your characters to have the Cheater's Rings, you just have to do this a few times. So you get all the options from the tutorial chest. But on top of this, this allows you to do a new game plus, because you can summon in the armor box here. And what's inside of this is every single armor. Well, not every single armor. There's some missing, like Orin's, but the creator is doing a good job of making sure that they get this updated. So you can see there you got the Helldusk armor, all helmets, all gloves, all boots, all shields. So or almost all of them. So yeah, the nice thing about this mod is if you want to go through and play the game again and kind of have new game plus, you can give yourself your favorite builds right from the get-go. There's also a all weapons mod. There's a thing that will give you infinite parasites for the mind flares, all the dyes, all the arrows, all the tools, all the scrolls, all the alchemical ingredients, all these grenades, all the potions, camp supplies, gold, clean yourself. And then a bunch of cheat spells, like a Cheater's Explosion, which will destroy everyone in the area. You can give yourself a Greater Guidance, which gives plus 20 to all dice rolls. You got a Magic Missile that just takes enemies out, an ice version of that, and then an insta-kill. So, yeah. Rune Power Barrel is pretty fun, too, because it'll make a huge explosion. This Cheater's Ring is a lot of fun. I just like it because you can basically do New Game Plus with this. So, yeah, highly recommend this mod if you want to play through the game and, you know, you got yourselves a Misty Step so you can teleport around real quick. It's really nice just to give yourself a bunch of freedom to do whatever you want. I would only recommend doing this on subsequent playthroughs. Don't do this in your first playthrough, it'll ruin the game. Highly recommend playing the game for what it's worth, so I just want to touch on that briefly. But I guess our next one is we also got ourselves the hair unlocked. So what I like about this mod is it gives you the option to go with any character's hair on your character. So you may see I am copying Shadowheart right now with a little black-blue combination of it. So yeah, Shadowheart, I stole your whole style here. I'm pulling it off better. So with this mod, you just go to a magic mirror and you got the option to use really almost every character's hair. I can't think of anyone that's not included. There's probably some that aren't included in there, but you just go to the hair selections. It may be near the bottom or it may be near the middle point, depending on what mod you have installed. But you can see here, like, we got Gale's hair, we got ourselves Goblin short hair, Saza's hair, some Goblin buns, Goblin braids, a Priestess Guts hair, Harpy base. There's a lot of options. Lae'zel's hair, Minthara's hair. I think Minthara's hair actually looks really nice on a lot of characters. Another Lae'zel, Astarion's hair, Umberlee, which also has a really nice hairstyle, Orin, which I really like, But there's also mods that allow you to give yourself the backside of that if you wanted to. Mistra's hair, Jahara, Isabel's hair, which is really nice too. Shadow Hearts, although some of the mods don't have physics for the hair, so that's one thing you do have to keep in mind, that they don't all have that. But there's also some that do, so I guess this is not one that's a part of the mod, but yeah, there's Shadow Hearts hair again. And you can go with Mizora's hair, Orin no headgear. Yeah, I think this mod's incredible. It just gives you a bunch of freedom of creating the character of your dreams. Now, there's also some other ones that'll give you different eye colors, so the P4 eyes. I really like this one because we can get a nice, strong blue there. This is not part of the top 15 mods, but I just want to touch on this because there's some cool choices here that you can get. So yeah, that one's great. Also, I guess in the element of this is Kay's hair mod. So 2 hair mods. This one gives us some unique assets for hair. And I think this is nice because we have this in the game, which means we'll likely get some more different hair options as time goes on, as people create them. And this is available on console, so there's definitely the ability to see any hairstyle that you potentially saw on PC players. Potentially, I'm not going to say that they will come, because I know that Tav's Hair Salon, the most popular hair mod for PC, hasn't had anything, and the creator is not going to be porting it over, so that's one thing that is... You're not going to get every single piece of hair, but a lot of these can be created with some of the different mods. So, Kay's hair mod, an incredible hair mod. Just wanted to touch on that one here because it's a great choice if you want to update your character's appearance. Now, I guess getting into some more fun style mods, the D20 initiative. This is cool because when you roll for initiative normally in Baldur's Gate 3, it's using a 1d4. Now, 1d4, there's 4 possible dice rolls. So typically, initiative's not going to be anything crazy. You're going to see a lot of people paired together. Now, with the D20, you have a much higher chance of getting different outcomes in combat. This is how it is in in Dungeons and Dragons. Usually, Baldur's Gate 3 went with the change to make the initiative die a 1d4. So I like this mod personally myself, just because there's some cool choices that you can get with this. Now, I do want to focus on the visible shields mod. So if you have the wings on, you may want to remove them because it'll cause some issues. But if you have a shield on, you're going to see this on your character's back. So we got our weapon out. Oh yeah, I guess if you make a permanent flame blade, it actually you won't put your weapon away. So we put our weapon away, and I got my camp clothing on, so I'll just switch that back, and you're going to see the shield on my back. So there's also a mod that allows you to dye shields, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is a nice mod for some realism. However, it does cause some issues in cutscenes sometimes, not every time, but having this big honking shield on your back, like when you go to talk to someone, there may be some issues. But you can see there, for the most part, like Shadowheart's got the wings on her back, and it's fine. My character has the shield on its back, and it's fine. So yeah, your mileage may vary with this. I've just had some people comment that they had issues with it, so I just want to touch on that for the time being. Oh, the wings kind of glitched out there. So yeah, there is some potential issues that can occur with some of these mods, so just wanted to touch on that too. But we also have a fun mod, Gale's Wizardly Updo. This also allows you to get that hairstyle selection in the game. So Gale is a Bloodborne Hunter right now. If you're a fan of PlayStation, you'll know this game pretty well. But basically what it does is it gives him a new hairstyle. So you can see he's got that Wizardly Updo. I think it looks nice. Yeah, I don't think this mod will come to console, unfortunately. It's the outfit mod will come to console, but the hair mod's in console. So yeah, I just want to touch on that briefly. It's a cool one. It looks pretty good for Gale. I think this one suits his personality well. Now, I guess next we got ourselves a better target info, and what this one does is when we're going around, so you can click on someone, so you can see there Shadowheart right below her name. It'll have a little image of their character face, and it'll also say what's affecting them, and it'll give their resistances. So she has a vulnerability of pierce or psychic damage right now because I have the resonance stone. Grab this in Act 2 and don't let go of it, because there's some really fun interactions with it, because anyone becomes vulnerable to psychic. So here Minsk has a vulnerability or a resistance to fire and ice damage, and a vulnerability to psychic. Jahara's got the resistance to poison. So it'll all show it all just at a glance there, what their resistances are. And this is nice because if you're fighting an enemy, you're not sure what it's resistant to. You can just see it at a glance, like they're strong against lightning, so don't use lightning. Karlach, obviously resistant to fire damage. Gale's resistant to necrotic, and so on. So it's nice at a glance just for choosing damage types and making sure that you're not like harming yourself as far as spells go. So I really like this one because it makes things nice and condensed. You can see if they're just at a glance, a bunch of different things that are affecting the enemy. So yeah, favorite room colors I previously touched on, but next we got the adjustable party size limit mod. So this is great because you can just go around, hey Jahara, you want to come join my party of 5? The Cub speaks, join me, as you wish. Now we have 5 people in our party. Now this, I have a different version of this mod on PC, but you can actually do it much easier on PC. But for console, you'll get a few different spells, so you need to increase your party size using the spell. I've used it on console or on PC and console just to get comfortable with it. But you basically increase the party size, increase it, set the party size, and then you can recruit people. There are some issues, so game-based bugs. So when this happens, whenever you go into Act 1 boat, it can cause some issues there. So just be mindful of that. Make sure you go down to 4 party members. And this is the first party eliminating mod to prevent these bugs from triggering with the mod itself. This mod is a code to make it completely impossible to trigger these. So just be mindful if you're going through some of these. It says it fixed it, but I've had commenters saying that they had some issues with it. The Tactician Enhance is also coming hopefully soon. So basically this is going to make Tactician mode a little bit more challenging, because if you have a lot of party members, it's going to be a lot easier having everyone run around dealing a bunch of damage. But yeah, this will be one that'll probably be coming to console as well. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm hopeful for it because this just gives us a lot more balance for the game, and I think that it needs this now, especially if you're going to be playing with multiple characters. But I guess the last 3 that I want to touch on is the Dread Overlord, which just got added there yesterday. This mod is incredible, allowing you to summon in a bunch of things. The Mystic class, which I've touched on a bunch, a lot of people are already aware of it, but what this looks like, the Mystic. I guess my last one will be the Spellblade Wizard, which is another cool spell. We'll start off with the Mystic here, giving us a bunch of different new cantrips with unique icons, opening the floodgates for many more to come. 63 different psionic disciplines, if you had the Mystic Expanded mod as well. These give anywhere of up to 8 spells each, so this is just incredible. A lot of customization. This class is a lot of fun. And we have 9 different subclasses, so yeah. I don't need to talk about this anymore. It's been talked about. It's a great mod. But next I'll show you the Warlock or the Wizard mod. So this one gives us the Spellblade Wizard. Basically what the Spellblade Wizard does is it gives us the ability to oh, I don't have it appear here. Sometimes when you have multiple mods, they'll override your mod. So that's just a little bit of a unfortunate part. But the Spellblade basically lets you attack and also cast cantrips. It's fun. It's a unique one, not broken, overpowered. Use a finesse weapon, you can deflect things, you get an extra reaction. It's pretty balanced because the Abjuration Wizard is just miles ahead of it. I'm also going to touch on the Witch here. So the Witch is a really cool one, giving us some unique spells like turning into a cat, Minor Create or Lesser Create Water, Arcane Blade, and also some other spells here like you can get Find Familiar and Lesser Restoration, which is a cool spell to get. And then as you level up, you get many more spells. This comes with 4 subclasses. The Herbalist, which I did a build for yesterday, focusing on poison damage, and you get poison grenades. It's actually really strong. The Frost Witch, my favorite. I previously covered this when the Witch mod got released. It's a cool one. You get extra damage with ice, and ice damage is really strong, especially with Create Water. Hex Witch, I just previously did a build on this as well. It's a debuffer class. And later today, you're going to see a Witchblade build come up. So yeah, these are 4 incredible subclasses. Nuto123 is a mod creator for this one. Did a fantastic job with it. You got Witchcraft points that let you do a bunch of different spells like Stitch Mouth, Witchcraft Seduce, Witchcraft Flight, Witchcraft Misfortune, Slumber. I love this one because it just puts the enemy right to sleep, which is actually an underrated spell. And then also comes with its own unique spells. Each subclass gets its own spells. Incredible mod. I can't say enough good things about this. So yeah, the Witch is a lot of fun. You can even pair the Witch with the Spellblade if you're using the level 20 mod, which is another mod that I didn't really touch on in this one because I don't love the balance that it breaks. But there is a mod that will give you the ability to go up to level 20. So yeah, you can mix and match these classes perfectly. But the last one I wanted to touch on, my favorite mod out of here, is the Dread Overlord mod. So with this, you get a ton of extra options. You get necrotic armaments, adding necrotic damage, and you don't lose your weapon. It can't be disarmed. Reclaim undead, so you can summon a lot of undead, and then bring them back and get more minion points to summon in your stronger ones. Shield of Souls allows you to buff up your character's armor class by taking the souls of your undead. And Create Crawling Claws makes it able to summon in like 12 claws at a time, and they run around dealing damage. You also get some cool spells here. You get to pick a starting weapon, so you can take like a skull flail there. I'll just briefly show this off because there are some cool points here. So whenever we go through and level up, you get your abilities to summon in more and more weapons. You also get your Eldritch Invocations, so boom, boom. The spells, there's unique ones that we get at pretty much every level, so I really like going Pact of the Chain for this one because you get the Andrus the Devil Dog, familiar, and what he does is he summons in 2 more dogs, so it's actually really powerful. And you get a good selection of spells here, so I highly recommend this one for anyone that wants to play. It is a bit overpowered, like it is the strongest Warlock. You get Animate Dead, which doesn't use spell slots, because the Warlock doesn't get a lot of spell slots, so you get the ability to make up to 8 Crawling Claws at level 5. You also get spells like Spirit Guardians, Animate Dead. There's even some spells that'll wake up or create undead for you, so it's super useful. You also get improved Soul Harvest, resistance to necrotic damage, and then you can create things like giant skeletons. You can make a skeletal warlock, which is super useful. I love this because it has access to spells like Scorching Ray, and it can even buff up your team, so it's actually super fun to have around. And you also get a dog, as I mentioned, but the dog also gets buffs as well, so it can attack twice. The dog's actually really powerful. You can also get some poison spells like Cloud Kill, which won't affect your summons, and yeah, you get up to 3 minion points, so you can use Reclaim Undead whenever you, like, let's say you use Animate Dead, and then you can reclaim it, get another minion point, so it's actually very powerful. Yeah, you can even create a Spectral Horror and a Giant Skeleton. At level 11, you get the Create Undead Mummy spell. You also get the Mystic Arcanum, so you can take things like Circle of Death. And then as you continue on, yeah, this is crazy powerful. I love this spell, or I love this class because it's just so powerful. I'll just briefly show it off what you can summon in, because the summons are my favorite part of this. Obviously, it's a Necromancer style class, so that's like the main thing that you'd be doing with this class is summoning in more creatures. So with this, we'll just shut the doors. Sorry, Pennywise, or Pennygood, you're going to get wrecked here. Now, sometimes you can't. It's just safest to go ahead and attack. Boom, there we go. Because sometimes if you use fire spells, it won't let you summon in things. I guess I'll summon in the Crawling Claws, or you have to have multiple bodies there, so if you're fighting multiple enemies, it's preferable to use beasts, but I'll summon in the Spectral Warlock here because the Warlock's super useful. You can summon this guy in, and he's got the ability to attack, he's got a ranged attack, Corruption, he's got Bone Chill, but he's also got Scorching Ray, Death Ward, and Slow, which is actually really useful to have. So yes, this class is overpowered, but it's fun. And that's what this game's all about, is making sure that the game is fun for you. So yeah, you can, I guess we'll go turn-based mode, and then we'll attack here, hopefully take them out. Yeah, and whenever we attack with our weapon, we create zombies with it, so you can use your Reclaim Undead to get minion points from them. It's really good that way. So yeah, and then you can also, I'll summon in the Giant Skeleton here, so let's end our turn and show off one more of these guys. So at higher levels you can get a, oh, we got ourselves,
tempting as it is,
oh,
the guard will not accept a bribe.
We'll try to talk our way out of this. And we have guidance here, so yeah, we are getting our way out of this, don't you worry. You're free to go this time. Well, oh, the Flaming Fists are already there. I don't think I'll be able to summon in my Giant Skeleton on that body. Yeah, not enough space, of course. But, yeah, that is the thing. We also destroyed that corpse. Oh, we can still summon it. That's fine. So there we go. There's our Giant Skeleton. He uses the Merkle Scythe. And then we can go outside and just start blasting. So if we deal damage with necrotic spells, always take Circle of Death, because this is going to bring up a bunch of mummies. So you can see we got a bunch of, oh, they got petrified. This didn't work as intended, but sometimes we'll create a bunch of zombies with that, so it can get really powerful and really fun. So I highly recommend this mod, but I just want to show off some of the best mods in Baldur's Gate 3's Patch 7, the top 15 mods. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button below if you like this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.